Hi, this is Jonathan Lopez and welcome to my channel. Today we will be talking about transitions. And we're not talking here about the typical crossfades, the circles, the wipes, the slides, because they are those built in through your editing software. So we are referring to the transitions you can make using your camera or just using your mobile phone. So to better understand, let's start. First on our list is same object transition. Same object because we're using that very same object at the end of the first clip and at the beginning of the next clip. Here I am using beach ball as an example. In the first shot, I just let the kid run towards me and throw the ball on the camera. In the second shot, we're on a different location. I'm just holding the ball, covering the camera, and then throw the ball away from the camera. And here's the combined shot for the two clips. Perfect! In the second example, you see that I'm using a hat for transition. And on the first shot, I grab that hat from my wife and run and place them towards the camera. In the second shot, I have my wife place the hat on the camera and then move it away from it and do her acting. And here's the combined shot for the two clips. Very nice. In this example, I used that same towel for transition. Just imagine the different kinds of object you can use. It's sky's the limit. You can also use yourself and other persons as the object. In the first shot, I use my shirt as the object and draw the camera near to it. Do the reverse for the other shot. And here's the combined shot for the two clips. And the most popular using this kind of transition is using your hand. So second on our list, let's call it a similar object transition. Similar object because we're not using that very same object on your first clip and on the next clip. As an example, you can use trees, plants, sky on your first location and look for those similar things on your second location. Here in this shot, I use the leaves of this palm tree. So this is my first shot, and I'm actually looking for a palm tree where I can bump its leaves on that camera, and I stop over here as a transition point. In the second shot, I'm actually looking for the leaves where I can bump my camera for the transition, and I think this one is good. And here's the combined shot for the two clips. Cool! In this example, I also use leaves on one location and a similar leaves on a different location. In this example, I'm using beach sands for two different locations. In this first shot, I'm running with a gimbal, and I point the camera downward on the sand. And in the second shot, with the gimbal pointing downward, I let it turn upwards, revealing the different location. And here's the combined shot for the two clips. Third on our list, let's call it a similar color transition. When similar objects are not available, you need to find similar color as your transition point. For example, color brown. If you have it as an exit point for your first clip, it may not be exactly that same color brown that you can find for your second clip. It's not a problem because our eyes can easily adapt to it as long as they are on similar color. Here I am using a different shades of color brown, one in the flower base and another one in the iced tea. Here it's a different kind of shot, but I also use a different shades of color brown for this. In this example, we have three clips and we will use color white for transition. And let's stop at this color as transition point. In the second clip, we use white curtain as entry point, and we will stop at the white pillow. In the third clip, we'll use this white paint of this structure. And here's the final cut for these three clips. You can also use clothing for this transition, or maybe an art paper like this. In this example, I draw the mobile phone panning to the black bag. In this shot, you can see that I used the black art paper. So here's the combined shot for these two clips. Very nice. Fourth on our list, let's call it a similar action transition. Similar actions because we are doing those similar actions throughout the entire clip. I have this here as an example. With the tripod and me at the center, I combined walking to 3 different places. The key here is always the distance. Here I have 4 different shots of running here. your distance with the tripod should be the same throughout your different shots. And to have your shots smoothly, go to your favorite video editor, grab your clip on top of the other, go to the opacity, lower it so you can see the other shots below it. Adjust the scale and position whenever possible. So here's the series of running for those shots. You can also do your selfie shots. You can also move out and move in throughout the clips. Peep on our list is the whip transition. I have this here as an example. So after the shot for your subject, I pan the camera quickly to the right and also pan it to the right on the second shot. So here's the final cut. Perfect! You can also do a vertical shot. Okay, so we are here on the last one, and let's call it as rotate transition. Rotate transition, because you simply rotate the first shot and also the second shot. I have this here as an example. And another example. So for the shot, you just need to simply twist the camera or your mobile phone from your hand and do the reverse on the other shot. And the result is this. And that's it, guys. And those are just few examples of so many transitions you can never imagine. And remember, those transitions that we presented can be done with any of your favorite editing software. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe because we will be making similar videos like this in the future. Thanks again, and God bless.